Okay, so here we are, day 3. And I am going to finish this block tonight if it's going to kill me, I'm telling you. Okay, so now the last 2 fabrics that we have to work with on week 1, part 3, are B and O. These people have some really good sense of humor over at Fort Worth Fabric Studio. I have to tell you, I just was cracking up laughing. Why? Probably because, I don't know, I'm hungry as a wolf right now. I just got done finished. Oh my goodness. You see, I can't even talk anymore. I just got finished making the video of the New Zealand hearts, and I'm still just so overwhelmed by the generosity of you guys. I can't even begin to tell you. And so now this is just cracking me up. I was like, oh, B-O, B-O. Anyway. So now we're going to be assembling these stems. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the B. I took half of them because you sew them together, and then it's gonna make a stem when you sew them together like this. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is match them up one side, and then we're going to sew the other side on. Okay, so the way that we know the halfway point, we can now remove the B and the O, is we are going to, they tell us that we are going to fold them right sides together, and we are going to lightly finger press them just so that we know where we are in the center, so we know where the center is. And we'll do one of the stems as well. Same thing, right sides together, and fold it in half. And then we're going to take it, we're going to put these right sides together, and we want to just match it up right where the fold was. And I am just going to, just for right in the middle there, just going to put a little wonder clip. I keep saying binder clip. You guys know what I'm talking about, I know, but a binder clip is much different than a wonder clip, so I really should get that right. Okay, so I'm going to do that one. And take another green. I'm being very precise, but you probably don't really have to too much. Of course, famous last words, because I'm the one who got crazy blocks that last time. And you know, the thing is I want you guys to all know that I do realize that they're not that off and everything's gonna be fine. It's just, you know, when you're making something on camera, there just seems to be so much more pressure for it to be as close to perfect as possible. Oh, and if you saw how slowly I sew, I mean, some of you have seen, then you'd know that, you know, really there's no excuse for me to not get it perfectly right. Oh, Lordy. Well, I'm leaving tomorrow to go for this conference. It's sort of like a conference. I mean, it is. I think it's actually called a ladies only beach camp. And it's for, like, women entrepreneurs to sort of get together and collaborate and learn from each other, make friends, have people, you know, like-minded people who can, like, help you. If a lot of them are already successful. I sure hope they don't mind that I really am not. I'm, like, just starting out with all of this stuff I want to do. I'm sure they're okay with it, as long as I can eventually pay it forward, I'm sure. That's just what they're looking for. Okay, so now that I have that done, what I'm going to do, because you guys know I mark everything, I don't think I need one that long. Where's that other? Oh, here we go. This might be long enough. I hope so. Okay, I'm just going to go side to side, and I'll just mark it on the green stem. my pen is running out. That's why I'm having to push so much, guys. So you don't really have to make a really dark line. That's not what my goal is. It's just he's almost out of ink. Okay, so as you can see, that's where my line is, and I'll go ahead and I'll just scooch this over a little bit so that I can finish up that line. And if you don't like to mark, you do not have to mark. This is just something I do. So I'm going to finish up marking the other 3. I'm going to head over to the sewing machine. I'm just going to sew straight down that line. And then did it say press the seam toward the green? Okay. Okay, and I think that actually they want us to press both toward the green, so they'll go toward the middle there. So I'm gonna just go and do this stitch and press, and then I'll come back and we'll attach this second piece, and that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm back and I have my little party hats here, and I am ready to attach these triangles to the other side. So let me just kind of scooch these over a little bit. What I'm going to do is I will take one of these, and I'm going to, as I'm ready to go, I'm going to flip them this way, and I'll just attach it there. And as you can see, I've already drawn my line on, so I'm ready to go. I'm just going to make sure I am halfway between, and I know I'm supposed to like measure and stuff, but I'm just kind of eyeballing it because, well, quite honestly, I'm ready to be done. I'm so, when I'm about to travel, I just get like kind of stressed out a little bit. Anxious maybe is a better word. And I mean, it's going to be fine. I know it's going to be fine. Just can't help it. I always get that. So, and I'm just going to put a little wonder clips so that it doesn't move as I'm sewing it. And so I'm going to attach them all that way. Go over to the sewing machine. I'm going to sew down this line. I will press the squares, and then I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm almost done for the night. You have no idea how excited I am. I have no idea even what I'm going to have for dinner, but that's all I can think about is food right now. Okay, so I have my squares made, my stem squares, and now we're going to trim them down to 5.5 square. And since my seam is not right down the middle, the block lock thing is really not going to work. So I was thinking that, you know, obviously I'm gonna have to pick a different ruler. So I picked this one, which is a Creative Grids non-slip turnaround ruler. Honestly, have no idea what that even means. So what I'm gonna do, try to move these way out of the way. I don't want to accidentally trim something I'm not supposed to. Okay, so there is a line, like a little, it's not a dark line, but there is a line down the middle of the ruler. So I am going to, you know, try to line up one of these lines and one of these lines with my edges here. And I know that I have to be at 5.5 inches square. So when I'm making my first cut here and here, I just need to make sure, just like with the block lock, that my fabric on these two pieces is beyond the 5.5, so that when I flip it around to do the other trim, I still have fabric left over to do that. Okay, so I'm going to try to turn like this. So now, I don't know how this is, it's either way, I'm like got my whole back in your face. So I'm going to do the best I can to stay out of your face as best I can. Okay, so, I mean, honestly, mostly what I do is I'm just going to eyeball it. And right now, what I'm looking at, pardon me, the 5.5 is here, What is wrong with my voice? My goodness. And I'm not sick, guys. I swear I'm not. I feel just fine. But, okay, so I'm kind of looking at like where this is, but you can't really trust that. So I have a feeling I'm going to have to worry more about the middle here first, and then when I flip it around, I'll be able to line up down here where the 5.5 is, and then trim off the top, and we should be good. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make the cut because my fabric is going down beyond the 5.5 here and beyond the 5.5 there, so I think I'm going to be good. And I just move the ruler, which is always fun. Let's see. Sorry, now I probably got my head in your face. Does that look like where I was? Yeah, looks pretty close. Nope, does not look. Hold up. Hold the presses. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. Okay. I keep having this problem, so I'm going to change my blade out because it's driving me crazy. And I'm sure I'm going to do this all wrong and everybody will be having a cow and, oh my gosh, don't do it that way. You're going to like chop your whole hand off. I haven't chopped it off yet, so I think I'm good. I just kind of slide them till I get one. Push them back. Okay. My little snap thing, like, hello jelly bean, like got loose or something. So now I had to put this like elastic thing around it so that I can keep it closed. Okay, and all right, so now I'm going to flip this around. And now what I want to do, Jelly Bean, baby, you're walking all over Mommy's fabric. Can you go? Thank you, baby. Okay, so now I'm going to make sure that my 5.5 is right here and that this line is right on the edge there. And this is how I'm going to get my 5.5 inch square. And if my little stem is a little crooked, hey, I'm good with that. I'm okay. Okay. So there's one. It's slightly crooked. I'm going to say it's like Yvette's flower. Okay, now the second one. Does look okay. I'm going to kind of do it like that. It's sort of in the middle. Okay. And I'm going to flip it around. Oops. I'm going to get right on that 5.5. That's pretty close. At least these are actually coming out the way I want them to. They're actually measuring at 5.5. That makes me very happy. Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That's not very good. Do, 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 do. I'm just gonna put it there. Hey, Smudgy. Are you waiting for flakes, baby? Mommy's hungry for dinner. Yes. At least you guys have had dinner already. I promise you're about to get a snack. Look how close I am to being done. Woo! So close, baby. Looks good. I'm liking the stems a whole lot better than my tulips. I just like when a plan comes together. And one more. how you know whenever I'm delirious and like really hungry, I start like singing show tunes. Do 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 do. Or the do 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 song. Could do that. I'm like really good at that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Piscatios. I just moved it. Hope I didn't mess it up. Hope I didn't do that. No, Mr. Bill. Okay. Now I have got 1, 2, 3, 4 stems, blocks, and then I have my 4 almost 5.5-inch square tulip blocks. That's what I'm calling them. They're calling them petal blocks. I'm saying tulip blocks. Okay, and then I know that we do something with this, pretty sure anyway, at the beginning of week 2. If I didn't have this thing this weekend, I would get all caught up, but that's not going to happen. And really, what would I do with myself if I was actually all caught up? I don't know what I would do with myself. So, I will see you guys next week with this, and when you guys are starting on week 3, I'll be starting week 2. So hopefully I can get week 2 going pretty quick, and then and get started on week 3. I'm really excited. I love doing this. I like how it's coming together. I don't feel like I'm an excellent piecer, but I do try very hard, and I feel like I'm getting a lot better at it. So, thanks for coming along on this journey with me, and I'll see you guys as soon as I can.